Hello, it is I, Pascal Saucer.
And tonight we'll be playing Derail Valley.
Indeed.
Restoring trains. Probably taking a few jobs as our funds I think are starting to get low.
They are.
And fixing this poor thing. Which got destroyed by that knob.
Did we not restore that already? Or fix it, I mean?
We did not fix it because it was right at the end of stream.
Oh, okay. For some reason I thought...
I guess I'll line it up.
For some reason I thought we did. Guess I'm crazy.
No, it's all broken still.
Okay.
Welcome Daniel and Lunix.
Welcome in, Daniel and Lunix. Oh yeah, it is still broken.
Yep.
Can't believe you broke it.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did. I saw you do it.
It was that door. It was this knob right here.
Okay.
The knob of destruction.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So what do you want to do? You want to drive that on to the turntable, or do you want to hitch it up to this thing?
It won't start.
It won't start at all?
No.
Oh.
At least didn't last stream.
So you broke it.
The physics broke it.
Heh.
Heh. What? It didn't start last time.
Yeah, you didn't check the circuit breakers. Haha! I win.
I don't remember how to start this. Actually, I've never started this before. I just remember it's all goofy.
It is goofy.
Welcome, George.
Welcome in, George.
Wasn't something outside? Oh my gosh. Stop damaging even more. Wow. Stop.
I win. Yet again. You cannot defeat me.
Add it to your list of Pascal sins.
I didn't make a sin. Everything's fine. %. When did this thing take damage?
What? What took damage?
This thing. Whatever you want to call it.
Oh, maybe because you rammed it with a train and pushed it.
No, that
Maybe
couldn't
that's
have
what
been
did
it.
Huh?
That couldn't have been it. That's crazy talk. You did it. I
List
know
of
you did it.
sins.
You definitely did it. I don't believe you.
Sure.
Sure.
Whatever helps you. I'm gonna make you a cope emoticon that you can add as your first emoticon when you get
Monetization.
500.
Which will happen in like 300 years.
Well, at year 300, you'll have one emote. It'll be cope.
Okay.
Just like it did for Mullington.
Okay.
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 You went too far. What are you doing? Back.
Oh.
You had it lined up and then you started moving it.
I thought it was this middle one here for some reason. Oh, probably because I looked over here at the water. So how do you start this thing?
The diesel hydraulic?
No, this particular one. I know it's a...
Oh, the thingy-mabob
Oh, it's
out
over
there?
here. I found it.
Okay. As long as you found it. I'm dying.
The brake. Where is the throttle? This must be the throttle.
There we go.
Oh, I need a...
There we go.
I got a brake on.
Probably.
Oh, the brake? Never mind.
Yeah, handbrake's over
Is
here.
that... Yeah, the positioning of it kind of goofs me up.
It's because you're a goof.
You're not very supportive today.
Stop being goofy.
That's what I think of you. Yeah, where's the kill switch?
It's out here, remember?
Where at?
Right
Oh,
there.
right here, that's right.
Right on the fuel
What a
tank.
What a silly place to put it.
It is quite silly.
Did you fix over here?
Yep.
Fix this.
Yep. All fixed and filled up.
Nice.
All good.
Let's go ahead and take it. Nova's no Zaku boy. No Zaku.
Yeah, so we don't have, any demonstrators here that need...
No, we have to go hunting, but we also
Yeah.
need to make money.
Yeah, we do. We
So I
got,
figured
like,
we'd make money and then look for demonstrators.
we got, like, $50,000.
Yeah, we need to make some.
Yeah, we do.
We have
Oh, wrong way. Oh, God.
the, let's see, D6, the DM3, and the DE2 to look out for.
Okay. Guess we'll, head out to the harbor and do some military contracts.
Yep.
That'll be the quickest way to make money.
Welcome, Shadow. Oh,
Welcome
they
in, Shadow.
relocated the demonstrator boards. Oh, wait. Oh, I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying they relocated all the demonstrators. I'm like, what?
No. No, they... Originally, the demonstrator boards were inside the... Behind the... Inside the... I'll remember how to talk eventually. They were on the backside of the doors over here. And then they moved them to the front so you can actually see your progress and what you're doing.
Yeah. You guys sick of running harbor jobs yet?
Guess what we're
No.
doing?
We're doing harbor jobs, particularly from the military base.
Yep. So we can have enough money to fix up these demonstrators.
Yeah, without having to do a whole bunch of individual jobs.
Yeah.
Do a few big ones. Let me know when we get there.
You're almost there. Keep going. And stop. There we go.
Nice. I actively avoid doing harbor these days. For a single day of shunting in harbor basically payrolls half a restoration. Yeah. I can understand getting sick of it though.
Yeah.
Do it long enough.
It can get monotonous and repetitive. Especially the military jobs, because you're literally just going back and forth.
Yeah. Oh, right, we also need to keep a lookout for garages. And keys.
Yeah.
So, how was the input lag on your Star Wars Racer stream last night?
It was pretty much non-existent, which was really nice.
Nice.
I really wasn't dealing with input lag issues. I was just dealing with bad level
Terrible
design
track
issues.
Yeah. Oh, the one with that jungle and like desert.
Yeah, that one.
That thing was crazy. I don't see how you can do well in that unless you like memorize it perfectly.
Yeah. I honestly don't know how I did it either back in the day.
Maybe you didn't.
Because I'm starting to remember my previous playthroughs of it when I was younger, and it's like, no, I remember this being a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Episode 1 Pod Racer is such a great game. It looks pretty cool. When I played it, I didn't like it.
You didn't?
No,
That's sad.
it is. Though looking at it this time, I was like, why didn't I like this? I'm not sure what the problem was.
I enjoyed it.
Maybe it was the other rental games I had with it. Maybe I was just more into those, you know?
Yeah, maybe. What was it that you pulled off to remedy the input lag? I stopped using a capture window to play the video game. I instead started using my monitor, and then used because I have a capture card that's an old school one that actually goes in the computer, and it can act as a pass-through, which is how you're supposed to use a capture card anyway. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
Just have the N64 go into the capture card, and then have the output of the capture card go to my monitor, and then whenever I'm ready to play and I've already got stream up and going, then I switch inputs on the monitor, and that's how I play. I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm not pretty sure it's not completely lag-free, but it was a lot better than what I was doing.
Yeah. Shadow says, I remember being at a hotel during a summer trip with the folks, and the hotel had a full-size episode 1 pod racer cabinet.
Yeah, those were
Wow.
a thing.
Yeah, I remember. I saw them once.
I'm
I didn't
pretty
get to use
sure
it
I have
though.
never seen it. I don't think I've ever seen one. I know they existed, but I
Yeah.
had never played one before.
Like I said, I saw it from a distance, and there was no way I was gonna be able to play it in time
Yeah.
before I had to leave because it was crowded.
Oh yeah, I bet. Because
And everyone wanted to play
you'll
that.
actually sit in a. Don't you actually sit in the, or is it just made to look like Anakin Skywalker's pod racer? I couldn't remember. I thought
can't
it
remember
was.
now.
I thought it at least had the part you sit in. I might be wrong.
It's okay, Novo. You'll feel the same way when you play Battle Operation 2. You won't remember why you didn't like it. Oh, I remember why I don't like it. I can tell you that right now. Yeah, Pascal, do you want to play a Gundam online game? Online Gundam game?
Online game.
Online Gundam game.
Maybe.
And it's really sluggish, and you have to wait like 10 to 20 seconds for your weapons to recharge.
I'm starting to think it's probably not as good as the game is.
And horribly unoptimized.
Okay, maybe I don't.
Well, that's Battle Operation 2.
Oh, okay. That doesn't sound too...
I remember playing it.
That doesn't sound like a good time.
I hated it.
Well...
Daniel's insisting it's a great game. I mean, there's a reason why the reviews on Steam are just terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's some people's jam, but it's not mine.
Yeah. Some people like grape or strawberry.
What?
You said jam.
Oh.
I made a dad joke.
I wasn't really paying attention to you. I was reading chat.
I could tell.
Shadow continues. Looks like the pod. Yeah, looks like the pod, but you get the control. Looks like the handle and all that. So it's that authentic feel, kind of arcade.
That's gotta be really interesting if it actually has the handles like it has on Anakin's pod racer, because that almost gives you like tank controls. Because it has a left and a right handle that you slide back and forth.
Yeah, it's supposed to control the output of the
individual engines. Yeah.
Like the turning capacity of a pod racer is supposed to be like near garbage.
Well, yeah, it's. I mean, you've got. You're basically hooked up to a couple jet engines, holding on for dear life.
Yeah. Like it can pivot left and right, but it can't turn.
Yeah.
Or at least not well.
No.
It's supposed to bob and weave. No, it takes that long for the weapons to recharge, so you can spend time having flashbacks about why war is bad. Okay, that's a very authentic Gundam experience now that you say that. Noah doesn't know what he's talking about. He just read bad reviews. No, I played it. Played that game. I even invited a friend to play it with me.
I lived it.
And I'm like, I told my friend, you should totally play this. It's Gundam. We love Gundam, and we could play together and do stuff in it. And then he like loaded up and started playing it, and then he's like, "This game's bad, isn't it?"
This game is bad. You lied to me. How good?
No, I didn't tell him if it was good or not. I just told him we should play it. And I kept trying to like be apologetic for it, try to hype it up, and he's like, "No, this is bad."
All right.
He even asked me at one point, "Is the game running right for me?" Because he had a slightly older computer than mine, and he described it in like Yeah, that's my experience too.
Nope, functions as designed. Oh man.
I remember playing the gacha for the mobile suits. The requisition lady was interesting.
Yeah.
I seem to recall physics, like excessive amounts. If I'm remembering it right.
Yeah. Well, we can either take
What?
one job with the DH4. I mean, we could probably take 2 jobs. Ooh, we couldn't take... There's 2 jobs here for deliver spent nuclear fuel.
Mm-hmm.
Each job is like... One job is 194k. The other one's
Ooh.
157k.
Ooh.
So it's like if we swapped out the DH4 for a D6, we could take all 3 of those and make bank.
Let's do that.
Okay.
There's a D6 right here anyway.
Yeah, so
Or usually there is.
I'd be surprised if there isn't one. Are you going over there already or no?
To get the D6?
Yeah. I'm just curious if it's there or not. I didn't want to...
I was heading over there.
I didn't want to despawn the DH4 if they're not there.
If I remember the way. Oh, you can't go through the fence?
Kind of have to hop over it. It's a pain in the butt. You have to use like your F key to try to aim up and over it. It's not easy. Especially in realistic mode. Doesn't look like there is. There is another DH4. There's another DH4 though.
Wait, right here. Nope, never mind.
Yeah, that's a DH4, and then that's a mechanical.
Let's take the mechanical.
We're not gonna be able to do anything with that.
Now, what if we took a couple or another DH4? Would that work?
That'll get us to 1,200 tons, which would be the same output as a DE6, if I remember correctly.
So we could take that and be good, right?
Yeah, we could.
Because you said we only need one D6, correct?
Yeah.
Alright. Once you play again, you'll see the light. Show you the way.
Okay, buddy.
Nah. Hardcore Derail Valley be like, let's destroy your F key.
Indeed.
Yes.
Oop, wrong way. Right way.
Ooh, that's some light pop. There's the low control. Let me know when it's good.
Keep going. We're gonna back out of here.
Oh.
So we face the right
Right.
direction.
Yeah, I forgot.
Because we're gonna be going east out of the harbor.
Yeah.
And stop. Nope, a little more. A little more. It's not snapping. A little bit more. Okay, there we go.
I always wondered about how wild multiplayer Derail Valley could get. Like, would it be possible to have enough players on a server to have a full dispatch role necessary?
I don't think Modded Derail Valley supports, what, more than, is it 4 or 8?
I think 8 is the max you can go to.
Yeah. Whereas I know, like, Railroader, I think you can go up to, like, 40. That I know for sure. You can have full dispatch and all that. They even have a stand where you can do the dispatching from.
Yeah. You still need some coordination, though.
Yeah.
Even with 8.
Yeah, you would. I've also never tried to play with more than 2, so I have no idea how stable it is. Because we have...
I can't imagine it being very stable.
Yeah, because, I mean, we've had our own issues, I don't know how many times, just with 2 people, with having desync issues.
With the size of the valley, 8 players could run simultaneously without much problem. Yeah. Like I said, you still need some coordination.
Yeah, you would.
Depending on where you're operating, but...
I'm also going to have it to where this one's on the back.
Okay.
So we're driving the demonstrator. Since it's nicer. Look at him go!
Wow.
Okay, bye.
Goodbye. See you next week.
You know, that actually would be something interesting we could try to do.
What?
We could try to take multiple.
More.
We could try to do multiple jobs at the same time. Like, you drive a different train, I drive a different train.
That was something that we did talk about at one point early on.
You're going forward.
I know. I was giving you room to move forward.
Okay. That works. Hold on. Gotta do that.
Mustaches are a great touch. Thank you.
Thanks. Nova decided to do it one stream, and it's just like, okay, whatever. We'll go full out. We'll go full out silly.
And each time I would do it, everything would just blow up. At least if I had the full combo. I'm not wearing the glasses, so...
Yeah.
And stop. It wasn't that bad of a hit, I don't think.
No. It's just funny how quickly these things stop.
100%. Yeah, no damage. Alright, it's all hooked up.
Cool. I got to fix this. Do that.
Alright, we need to do the brake cutoff, right?
I already did it. Did you hook up the multi-unit connector? Because it's not doing anything.
No, I'm not. I'm so used to not hooking these up. It's been so long.
There we go.
There we go.
Because I was like, it's not doing anything.
It's been a long time since we've hooked up 2 engines together.
Yep.
Because we've been using D6 so much.
Right. I mean, here lately we've just been doing the DH4, but we're also just hunting down demonstrators.
We've been taking jobs that are easy for it to do.
Yeah.
Or it's capable of doing on its own.
Yeah.
Not necessarily easy. Because some of those we barely made it.
Yeah. We were pushing it. Okay.
Moving along at a crawl.
Actually, I'll go ahead and grab the job so I can make sure we're hooking up to the right thing.
Alright.
I just won't turn them in.
There you go. There's a demonstrator. And there's the regular one.
Oh, I gotta fix the lights on those too.
The regular one's more weathered.
There we go.
While the demonstrator is beautiful and clean. Right out of the factory.
It's like brand new.
Interior of the used one.
Okay, so we're not taking the tanks, unfortunately.
Why not?
They're not the jobs we're taking.
Okay.
I don't know why I did that. Let me just go to the switch and do it. There we go.
What demonstrator did we find first? Which one was it? It was the...
It was a steam locomotive, the 282. That was the first one we found.
And then we immediately found the DH4 right outside the...
Right outside the roundhouse. At
yeah.
the city. Or at the museum, I should say.
Yeah, so this was the second one that we did.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was right there.
Yep. And then...
Remember just looking out the window.
Yeah, we literally just looked out the window. I was like, oh, there it is. Found one. And then after that, we found the little 060 steam locomotive.
Yep.
We finished restoring that one last stream. While also finding both the garages that had the caboose, the little electric shunter, and the... I don't even know what you call that thing. It's like a diesel rail car thingy-mabob.
Yeah.
It's like half bus, half flat car.
Alright, half. Quarter, keep going. I managed to find them all except the DH4, and I swear I searched every nook and cranny. Well, it's right outside the museum.
Well, it's not going to spawn in the same places for everybody.
Stop.
I did.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Nope. Nope. They'll all spawn in different locations depending on what, you know, it's just based on the player. And then as far as I know, all the times that because I have my own save files and then this one, as far as I know, they do not spawn like just randomly out on the rails. They always spawn in either industries or cities. So.
Alright.
But I imagine he already knows that.
So we got lucky with the DH4.
We really did. I mean, honestly, most of the time you're dealing with it, it's a lot like how it was when we found the smaller steam locomotive. We're literally just hunting around, hoping we find it.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure by the time we get all this hooked up and ready to go, it's going to be night.
Oh, it definitely will be. Question is if it'll be raining.
Oh, it's Derail Valley. It's going to turn into a full-on horror game. It's part of the course.
Yeah, mostly in bushes or near rusted junk, so it blends in.
Yep. Very true. Did it shut this one off? No, it's running.
What happened?
It just sounds really quiet in this other DH4 for whatever reason.
In the normal one?
Yeah, not the demonstrator one. It sounds like it's not running, but it is. Because I can see the engine RPMs.
Is one of the windows open on the demonstrator?
No. Maybe the engine sounds are just synced that well. I don't know.
Probably. Alright, about a car. Half. Quarter, you're gonna want to slow down a little bit more. Stop. Alright.
Very nice, very nice.
The incredible brakes. Alright, should be good to go.
Cool.
Off he goes.
Yeah, probably should have used the map to do that.
You can do that.
Yep.
That's a noise.
Yeah, it's will slip. Just pushing it kind of hard to try to get it going. Because the train is slowly getting much heavier.
So which one are we taking? The trucks?
The trucks, yeah.
Alright.
Whoa.
The truck. Car. Half. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Slow, stop, 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 stop. You smacked it good.
Whoops.
Back up, slow. Stop. Guess it's not stopping as quick as they used to, huh?
No, train's a lot longer and heavier.
Taking a good breaks for granted.
Yep.
Alright, all set.
Cool. I'll go turn these in.
I wish we can get inside the truck.
Unfortunately not.
Don't need to be able to use it. Just to be able to sit.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even check to see if these jobs are all going to the same place. Military base. Military base. Military base. Okay, we're fine. Thank God.
Be interesting to see how well these perform.
Yeah. Yeah, because that should... That's
Helicopter.
348. That's 435. And then 81. So it's probably right around 800 tons with everything. So it's not really getting close to our max tonnage at all. It's just, it's still more than one DH4 could do by itself. So
Yeah. I'm more curious how well it performs when we start going uphill.
yeah.
So when are you gonna play Shadows of the Empire?
Right now. Canceling stream. We're done.
Okay. I mean, I watch Shadows of the Empire.
Yeah. Not sure yet. I think I wanna... I either want to go ahead and try to be a completionist and complete Rogue Squadron and Episode 1 Racer, or I don't know, I guess I could try to add another stream day at some point. Not sure. Because I do want to try to avoid overlap whenever you're streaming, because I do like to watch.
I mean, weekends during the night.
Yeah.
You're generally free if you're able to.
I'd probably whenever I try to do it.
You actually own Battle for Naboo, right?
Yep.
So.
Yep.
I never played that game, and I'm curious how it. I know it's basically just Rogue Squadron, but
it's Rogue
curious what they did
Squadron
with
with a few levels that they actually let you use ground vehicles. So that is that is one advantage that it has over Rogue Squadron. But I mean, it's pretty much the same game.
Yeah.
It's just Naboo themed.
I think there was a code. I'm not sure if it was for Rogue Squadron or for one of the other games, but allowed you to drive an ATST.
Yeah. What
I think those were Rogue Squadron.
I'm pretty sure that is for Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, you're basically in like a giant like crater.
Yeah.
And you walk around, just blast things. It's pretty fun.
No, I think you're right.
Because I know the later Rogue Squadron games also had some vehicular,
Yeah.
like ground vehicle stuff.
Doc, what are you doing?
Those games are gorgeous, though.
Yeah.
The ones on the GameCube. They're release titles, I believe, and I think they really showcased what the GameCube was capable of.
Yeah.
Same with like Metroid Prime.
Yeah.
And Mario Sunshine also was a very pretty game.
I thought these would be doing better.
Yeah, I was about to say, feels like we're struggling.
We are, and we're also starting to overheat.
There it is. What's our speed? Oh, we're not even going fast.
Nope. 25 kilometers an hour and dropping.
Yippee.
Well then.
Pod racing, this is not.
It is indeed not.
Oh, you should look into F-Zero X.
Okay.
It's a bit like Pod Racer. It's that, or actually, I'd say it's closer to Wipeout.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that's another game I need to go back to.
Yeah.
Because I only did one stream of it.
Yeah, you got pretty frustrated because because that input lag.
Yeah. I was playing that with the window capture. It was not very good.
Which way you headed out of Harbor?
We headed east. So we can head up towards military base.
Yeah. How do we bring up the inventory again?
If you're wanting to pick up or show what's like in your hands, you use tab and then your
I knew about that one.
and then caps lock is your backpack.
There it is. I'll upgrade. Rip your oil temp. Yeah. It's going to be a struggle. We've made the route multiple times before, but probably not quite like this.
No. Nah, usually when we're pulling something this heavy, it's a D6 by itself.
Which it does struggle.
Yeah.
So, what ships are available in Battle for Naboo?
Good question.
Besides the Naboo Starfighter. Because that's an obvious.
Good question. I've already forgotten.
Really?
I didn't play that game anywhere near as much as I did my other Star Wars games.
Neither did anyone else.
Because, I mean, it's literally, like I said, it's literally just Rogue Squadron, but Naboo Episode 1 themed. So,
not as good.
yeah.
I don't like the Naboo Starfighter. I think it's ugly.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if that's the only fighter, though. I suppose it's possible, because they have those ground missions to break it up.
So there's the Naboo N1 starfighter, which we know about. There's the Naboo bomber and police cruiser.
Huh, I wonder what that looks like. I guess I'll just look it up.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm doing right now, because I honestly couldn't remember what the spaceships were that you used in it.
Yeah.
I was totally drawing a blank. But
Battle for Babu. No, Naboo. What makes it ugly? Let's see. I hate the chrome front. I get that's like supposed to be a Naboo thing. And I like the Royal Starship. That thing's entirely chrome, but I don't like the chrome front.
yeah.
I don't really like the engine style. I don't know. Something about the combination of that and the yellow just looks hideous to me. I know it's supposed to look like a World War II like fighter.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Just don't like it.
How much of The Mandalorian have you watched, or have you watched any of it?
I watched season 1. I already know about he gets a Naboo fighter.
Yeah. Main difference is it's all chrome.
Yeah, I've seen it. It looks better.
It does.
Maybe it's the yellow I just don't like.
It's probably just the
Well,
yellow.
Here's a picture of it fully in chrome, and it looks so much nicer.
Yeah.
I think it's the yellow. Also, the positioning of the R2 droid is stupid.
I mean, where else are they supposed to put it?
Not like sticking out from the whole hall.
Yeah, true.
I know it sticks out of the X-wing, but this on the Naboo fighter, it's like on a tower, and then it sticks out from there.
Yeah.
This seems more exposed than even on an X-wing. Also, I think the back end of it turns quickly into that sharp point. It just feels lacking compared to the front. Plus, the Mando's fighter is more agreeable. Well, the picture I'm looking at, it all chromed, is some old artwork, so it's not agreeable.
Yeah, it's
like
probably,
I like smooth ships.
It's probably more along the lines of like whenever they did the prototype of it.
Yeah, it looks like art from that when the movie came out.
Yeah.
Looks old. My question is, how in the world did he get the Naboo fighter?
Who?
Mandalorian. How did
He
get
bought
one?
it.
Yeah, but how? They're only made on Naboo. They weren't like widespread, and they weren't that fantastic of a fighter once the Empire came around.
That one lady that's on Tatooine had one.
How did she get it? That's nowhere near Naboo.
I have no idea.
Mando has contacts. So many better fighters to pick from, especially by that period.
Yeah. I think it had something to do with how old it is. It made it harder to trace it.
A Z95 would be more than adequate.
Yeah.
And that thing's like very, very, very common. It was very popular with pirates as well.
Yeah.
Z95. Mass production model. Not the Clone Wars model.
Yeah.
That one's different.
Like I said, I think it was just the age of it.
Yeah, but Z95 would be a better pick.
Yeah.
I'm just being a stickler.
Yeah, you are.
Welcome, Barry. You are about 56 minutes late. 58 minutes late. It's fine. We're just doing a job carrying nuclear waste and some trucks.
Yep. Spent nuclear fuel and military trucks. We're taking up to the military base. Wow.
The teleport thing wasn't really working well. Pascal Nova, like those two clone troopers talking about the new speeders right now. Yeah. Oh, there's the Naboo bomber. It's a Lego piece.
Nice.
There's the in-game level. I think the wings are too long on it. If the wings were shortened, I think they'd have a really nice design on the bomber.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's not in the game, but it's cool. The Royal Star Bomber. I like that design.
I got the wrong brake. Need this brake. There we go.
What's your favorite ship from Star Wars?
Like overall?
Yeah.
It would probably have to be a toss-up between the Falcon, Slave One, and a B-Wing.
Those are very, very good choices. Those are all fantastic ships.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really see the B-Wing all that much in the movies, but God, they were so cool looking.
Yeah.
And just the fact that the whole cockpit can rotate while the ship's moving. Very neat.
Yeah.
And of course, Slave One is just very iconic. Boba Fett bounty hunter ship. And it's just overpowered. Especially with the... Oh, I'm trying to remember what those bombs were that it carried.
The vibro bombs, whatever they were.
Yeah, those things are nuts. I remember that whenever he was... not Boba Fett, but Jango Fett, his father, whenever he's flying it in the second Star Wars movie, Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
First time they showed that,
sequence.
and it's like, oh my God. I was like, when I was a kid, I was just like, dude, that's so awesome. Especially the sound effect that they had for it. Plus the fact that it was just so destructive. And it's just really neat too how it would land, and it would land flat, and then as it takes off, it'll upright itself, and while it's doing that, the whole cockpit rotates to match it. It's very, very neat.
Oh, Shadow called them seismic charges. That sounds
that sounds about right.
Yeah.
That's probably the correct name for it.
There's only 7 people watching this. I find the random conversation funny. It happens.
Could be worse. Could have 0.
Yes.
That's what I had for a bit.
We all start at 0. Then it usually builds up. You have to let YouTube send it through the system. My favorite Star Wars ship is the Star Wing,
Yeah.
otherwise known as the Imperial Gunboat. Are you familiar with the Star Wing at all?
I'm drawing a blank on it, honestly.
I'm not surprised, because I don't think you played any of the PC Space Sims.
No,
Star
I
Wars.
didn't.
Yeah. I discovered it
I think
in
I played
TIE Fighter.
I think I played TIE Fighter for a
it's
very,
in that game.
very brief time at a friend's house. That was the only time I ever
Okay.
played it.
Yeah, you get to the Star Wing about midway through TIE Fighter,
Yeah, I definitely didn't get that far.
and that's where I fell in love with it. My second favorite would be the TIE Avenger, also from that game,
Yeah.
which is basically, remember the TIE Advanced?
Yep.
It's basically the completed version of that. They basically smashed a TIE Interceptor into Darth Vader's TIE Fighter.
Yeah.
And that's basically the TIE Avenger, at least performance-wise.
Yeah.
It had a shield drive and missiles, and the thing was crazy. And you had to use them initially to fight TIE Defenders.
Yeah.
You remember the TIE Defender?
I'm trying to remember.
I know Disney's been using it a bit in Star Wars Rebels,
Yeah.
introducing it like way before it should have been around,
Mm-hmm.
because they don't believe in more accurate timetables for things. It has
No,
to be
they
done
don't.
now. 'Cause they had like the A-Wing showing up way before it should have, and
Yeah.
it's a mess. But I like the Avenger more than the Defender. And it's supposed to be slightly more maneuverable than the Defender.
Yeah. What's the one that has like the 3 separate wings, but they're like inversed?
That's the Defender.
Okay.
It's considered the most powerful TIE fighter ever produced.
Yeah.
It had like the speed of an A-Wing, the laser cannon firepower of a TIE Interceptor with ion cannons,
Yeah.
and could take a full missile package. And hyperdrive and powerful shields.
Yeah.
The thing was ridiculous and crazy expensive to produce.
I can imagine.
And if you go off the old lore, they would have been closer around the time of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, because that's when they at least first showed up in the movies.
They never showed up in the movies.
Did they not? Oh, I'm getting those
Never.
confused with
They
the...
never showed up in the movies.
I don't know why. I thought they were in Return of the Jedi.
The first B-Wing showed up in Return of the Jedi,
Yeah, it did.
but not the TIE Defender.
No. I think I'm just getting
I'll be
those
honest,
confused
the-
with the Advanced.
What was that?
Said I think I'm getting it confused with the Advanced TIE Fighter.
The TIE Advanced is Darth Vader's TIE Fighter in the first movie.
Wow, I'm getting everything wrong.
The TIE Advanced would go on and eventually become the TIE Avenger. But that never showed up in the movies either. Actually, like, Disney's completely disregarded it,
Yeah.
despite being what I consider it be. I think it's the absolute peak in TIE Fighter design.
Yeah.
Because it has that familiar silhouette, but it looks so much cooler.
Yeah.
be honest, the sound design of the seismic charges carries them so hard. Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm.
He put it in how it sounds. Pop Wong.
TIE interceptor. That's what I meant.
Yeah, but it only has the 2 pylons.
Yeah.
You said 3.
No. I was getting the Defender confused with the Interceptor for some reason. Even though they're totally different.
They did essentially take the Interceptor solar panels, invert them, and stick them on 3 pylons.
Yeah, they did.
Barry says, like me with my friends, they're having a whole conversation, and I'm just there listening.
I'm just there listening. That's usually how my conversations go. You just find one random niche thing to talk about, and then frickin' talk about it for hours. Anybody else that just happens to be there, they're just like, okay.
Yeah. He also wrote, Darth Vader, Luke, I am your father. Luke says, what? Darth Vader says, wait, no, I'm pregnant. You're the father. Luke's like, what?
Okay.
I mean, don't you get it? It's a spoof on the scene from Empire Strikes Back.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what scene you're talking about. The scene that everybody gets the quote wrong.
How's it supposed to go?
So the conversation goes that, you know, you killed my father. And then he goes, no, I am your father. He doesn't say, Luke, I am your father.
Yes.
A lot of people quote it wrong.
Here's a question for you. You have no business knowing because you never watched the original series. Did Kirk ever say, beam me up, Scotty?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, you got it. Nice. He never said it like that.
Yeah.
It just became quoted like that after Star Trek. So, same thing.
Yep.
Shadow says, as far as Star Wars ships, I've always been a sucker for a good lat. Yeah, those are cool. You remember the lat?
No, I don't.
It's the transport for the clone troopers.
Yeah, those are awesome. I remember.
Yeah, they are.
I remember using those a bunch in the original Battlefront 2.
They were one of my favorite parts of Episode 2.
Yeah.
When those showed up and just started.
That whole
havoc.
that whole fight sequence is just insane.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that a lot.
I didn't care for the Jedi.
No.
They were lame.
They were kind of lame, and then it's like the clone troopers show up, and it's just like, man.
Yeah, now we're excited.
They just put a stomping on everything.
Yeah. But yeah, watching the Jedi sprinting across with their lightsabers out just looks silly to me.
Yeah. And it was like, literally every single thing that the Trade Federation had as far as what they had to use on the battlefield, it's like the clones all had an answer for everything.
Yes.
So good.
Barry continues to joke Darth Vader. Wait, no. You're pregnant and I'm the baby. Luke's like, what?
What even is this? It sounds like an episode of Robot Chicken.
It does. And then it goes, it cut scenes to a different skit.
Yeah.
And then Luke just jumps off the platform. after that. I'm not dealing with this anymore.
And of course, the lore with
Very good. It was funny.
him saying that, Darth Vader saying that line, apparently nobody knew that right up until he said it.
Nope. Because no one knew Anakin was Vader.
Yep.
I feel it's important with new Star Wars viewers to actually start with Episode 4 still.
No,
Play
you
them in
should.
release order.
You should do it in release order for sure.
Because if you do it in episode order, the original trilogy loses a lot of its thunder
Yeah, it does.
or reveals. Though it does make you realize that Luke kisses his sister.
Yep.
Without knowing.
Yeah, I mean, he had no idea.
No. It's like, you know, King Arthur marrying his sister. He didn't know it at the time.
Yeah.
Merlin shows up, like, dude, that's your sister. He's like, oh,
Oh, well
Oops.
then.
I'm not taking it back. Though I think he did send her away to another castle. Maybe they didn't get married. I think he just slept with her.
Lovely.
Yeah, it was not good.
Did
Yeah.
Did he have children?
And then she gives birth to Mordred.
Oh boy.
And Mordred's upset because, you know, he's a neglected child.
Yeah.
He shows up to King Arthur's court, and Arthur's like, oh, well, you're my son, welcome. And Mordred's like, that's it. I mean, he'll tell them, well, because Steam
Is it sad that
was
I-
raised by different culture.
Is it sad that I know more about Mordred as from the Fate series?
Probably. Mordred's armor in the Fate series is amazing.
It is. It's very good character design.
In and out of armor.
Mm-hmm. Honestly thought these things would do better.
Yeah, they're
This-
about doing the same as 1.
This has been a struggle. Hasn't been
Yeah.
terrible, but I mean,
It's no DE6.
no, it's not. But then again, DE6 are just overpowered.
But DE6 has worse brakes.
Yeah.
I love the stretch of track north of Steel Mill. You really let the 282 let loose.
Oh yeah, you can. That's a very good straightaway. It's like a combination of either that or there's this another section between going towards like between the steel mill and the harbor. There's that one section before the tunnel. That's a pretty decent straightaway. And then there's another spot going up towards like the coal power plant from the city southwest. Although that one's pretty much a slight curve the whole time.
Where's the facility up ahead?
This one up here?
Yeah.
That's Iron Mine East.
Did we check it for a,
I'm pretty sure we did. I'm pretty sure
I want to check them out.
we started looking for the demonstrators whenever we left the military base.
Which one did you say it was again?
Iron Mine East.
Yeah, we definitely checked that. I remember.
That was like the first thing we checked.
Yeah.
Or wait, no, we didn't. We didn't go
Oh, we
that
didn't?
way.
Well, that's right. We went.
We went to Food Factory first, and we went down
Yeah.
that way. So no, we haven't checked over there. I stand corrected.
Does this route still take us closer?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hop out.
Yeah, I mean, we're literally
get
gonna go
there.
right past it.
I'll just hop out and do a quick run around. I forgot about King Arthur marrying his sister. I had one class about Arthur's legends in high school and forgot a lot.
Yeah, so the switch up here, if you go to the right, that goes out there. Okay, bye.
Bye.
There's another diesel hydraulic out there. I can see it. Oh, we're actually picking up speed. Oh, that's right, because we're going downhill now.
I was about to say. I mean, it was high school, so that's a good amount of time to forget. And if it's not relevant to you, then you're bound to forget anyway. I don't really remember what I do about the Ethereum legend because I ran about a 3-year campaign following its story in King Arthur Pendragon, the RPG, tabletop RPG. I don't see anything out here.
Okay. Oop, not that much.
Now I need to find the way back.
Just go back out to that switch and then go the opposite direction. Or just pull up your map and see where the military base is and just spam F and go in a straight line towards it.
Sure, the people I'm related to, whenever they remember King Arthur, they just quote Monty Python. I mean, that's usually how it goes. It'd be really funny if I catch you.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Although the sprint feature is very well nerfed in the realistic mode, it's still pretty fast in comparison.
enjoy the sound of my keyboard.
Yeah, I heard it earlier in stream, and I thought you were typing up an essay or something.
What was that?
You typing on your keyboard. I'd heard you in stream earlier, and I thought you were typing up an essay or something. You're just typing away. Or clicking away, I should say. I have no idea if you were typing or not. And we're here. Hello. Goodbye.
Hello. Goodbye. So I flew out here to the middle of nowhere, and boy, my arm's tired.
Haha. Haha.
Uh-huh.
There we go. 621,000.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious. Which is hilarious considering it was a Catholic school with a patched covenant of nuns, or with nuns. So we had to bypass the gasoline anthrax scene. They also played the movie at the end of my high school classes. I know I paid enough attention to do well on the tests. Anyone would watch Excalibur?
I don't think so.
It was a movie from the 80s. It was a much more serious attempt at the Arthurian legend. It's pretty good. It's not accurate to the old stories, but
Yeah.
it's that's okay because it's good. So you're able to deliver them all in one rail, huh?
Yep.
Nice.
Because the military base only has one inbound. It's not like other places where you can have multiple.
I missed out on the Excalibur movie. If you ever get the opportunity to watch it, I would recommend it. It's also really fun, or I think it's kind of funny how Merlin looks with his little skull helm. So about how much would you say we need for a restoration?
I mean, 600K should be pretty good to at least do a couple more.
So we need to find another one.
Yeah, at this point we just need to find something.
Where haven't we looked?
Basically on the east side of the map. Because whenever we looked for the 060, we literally went from Freedom Food Factory, and we went west and then south. So it's like we went through Food Factory, Iron Mine West.
Freedom Factory.
Yeah, I was thinking of Cletus McFarlane's place. Machine Factory, the coal power plant, City West, the sawmill, and the forestry. I think those are all the places we have looked at. And then you just looked at Iron Mine East really quickly.
Yeah, I don't really see much there.
Yeah.
Shadow says 800k to 1 mil for the DE6 and the 282. 600 to 700k for most of the rest.
Yeah.
So as long as we don't bump into the DE6, we'll have enough.
Yeah. Yeah, the 282 is the most expensive because you have to restore both a locomotive and a tender. So.
Should we ditch the the second DH4?
It's up to you. Oops, left the brake on.
Will this fit?
It should fit.
Because I assume you're planning out for the turntable, right?
Yeah, I need to turn it around.
It might. It might. Yeah, I think it'll fit. Yeah, it should fit. Ooh. It's sunk in the ground there. Keep going, you're not on it yet. Stop. Let me check back. Are you barely fit? Alright, I'm gonna turn it.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, it loves that.
The visuals on my end are pretty interesting.
It's just making god-awful noises while swaying on this end.
Quite.
Yeah, it's not lined up. A little bit more. More. More.
Oh.
Nope, other way.
Where's the... Here it is. Here's the handle.
You're just gonna push it. There you go. But yeah, I guess it's up to you if you want to ditch this other one or not.
Well, it's gonna be here now, so let's just take it.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah, it's just gonna... Next time go to military base and say, oh, that's still here.
Yeah.
Unless we go through the whole rigmarole of parking it.
I mean, I could clear it. It would
Oh,
just cost. It would just cost money to do that. Not too much though. At least in comparison to 600k.
Yeah. They're hopping a little bit. Great physics. Well, I mean, yeah, the physics aren't necessarily amazing in the game. Because they don't really need to be, but
So do
it's usually due to desyncing that it does that.
Yeah. We just want to go looking, don't we?
Yeah, you're sinking into the ground.
Okay.
See if there's an issue once I'm inside. This back engine's just screaming back here.
Is it?
Wheel slip.
Why is that wheel slipping? Is that why we were having such a hard time?
Oops. Wait, what did I hit that for?
Oh, let
Oh
me
yeah,
in.
it's been so long since they've been back and trying to drive this thing. I don't know where this sand is. Where is the sand?
It's
Oh,
right.
there it is.
Yeah. You can turn that off though. It's not wheel slipping. I think it's a desync issue.
Oh, that makes sense.
Because I'm in here and it's fine.
All I hear is it screaming at me.
Yeah, it's not doing
Same up
anything.
here.
Yep. Desync.
Where's our first stop?
Well, you already went to Iron Mine East, so I guess we could either go out to Coal Mine East, or we can go to Goods Factory.
Which one's closer?
They're both about the same. It's just whether or not we're gonna go
Are we
left
moving?
or right. No, I think we're coasting.
Okay.
I let off the accelerator in the other one.
Let's go to the closest one, and then I'm gonna reconnect.
Okay. That's enough of that silliness.
It is a bit more substantial outside.
I can imagine. Because it doesn't sound like a bell, it sounds like an alarm.
Or is this a multiplayer glitch? 'Cause that looks like it derailed. It's a multiplayer glitch. Were you driving? Yeah. Huh.
What?
We were driving off the rail
Oh, nice.
at one point. We're doing it again.
Okay.
Welcome to my reality.
I can't see it. I mean, I guess I could. I could try to...
This is why I like the steamers. No annoying buzzes, horns, and beeps. Yeah, and its horn's a lot more rewarding. Looks like you're about to leave the tracks. That buzzing.
There we go. Now I'm watching your stream.
Alright, yeah, see? See what I mean?
Hold on.
Oh, right, there's a lag.
Yeah, there's a big lag, and I'm waiting to see it. Oh, yeah, I saw it. Yep.
Well, that just turned. Watch this turn.
No, I saw it.
We just drive right off the rails and we snap back.
Yeah.
And the whole time, the train engines are basically just bumping around.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, it looks like it's just gonna go straight off the tracks, and all of a sudden it goes, and catches itself.
So yeah, the multiplayer is not perfect,
No, by no
but
means.
it's still pretty good, especially for being a mod. It's not like official or anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Way
Hello.
nightmare fuel.
Yeah, 'cause from here it just looks like you're showing your bottoms to me.
It's like one of those scenarios where you're constantly reliving the same nightmare.
Yep.
Except this one's short term and derailment. How much further we got?
We got a bit.
How about you just stop and I'll reconnect? Because
Okay.
that buzzing is annoying.
There we go.
Alright. Let me reconnect really quick.
Okay.
And we can be on our way. So what's your favorite capital ship from Star Wars? Like, type?
Not sure.
Alright, I'm back in. Good to go.
Oh, okay.
Trains are no longer jumping all over the place.
Nice.
No buzzing.
The only thing is I never really... You mostly just deal with the fighters in video games. You don't really mess with the capital ships all that much.
Well, how about from what you've seen in the movies?
I mean, I like the Corvette. But it's also pretty small. I wouldn't really consider that a capital ship.
Yeah. What about, like, the blockade runner?
Blockade runner.
Or are we talking about the same thing?
I don't know, are we? Is that what they call it?
The Corellian Corvette, right?
Yeah.
I think we are talking about the same thing. Corellian Corvette. Yeah, we are. That's
Yeah, we
also known
are.
as the blockade runner.
Yep.
The CR-90. I mean, that's a capital ship.
Yeah. I guess. It's just the fact that it can fit inside a Star Destroyer.
Yeah, but the Star Destroyer is kind of nuts.
Yeah, it is. And so is the Super Star Destroyer. It's even more nuts.
Yeah, it is. My favorite is the Interdictor class Star Destroyer. They can generate gravity wells strong enough to yank you out of hyperspace.
That's pretty impressive.
Well, hyperdrives are designed to pull you out of hyperspace in the presence of strong gravity, because it usually means you're about to smack into a planet or a sun.
Yeah.
So it's basically simulating like a star's gravity.
Yeah. It's like tricking it.
Yeah. It's until Disney messed it all up.
Oh, just give them enough
Is it-
time. They will.
No, they already did.
Oh, they did. Well, there you go.
Yeah, they fouled up hyperspace several times.
Oh, yeah.
It's
No,
like
they did.
They don't know what
especially,
they're looking at.
Especially the 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah. They don't know what it is, so they just like, oh, it obviously means you just move fast. There's no
Yeah.
rules behind it. When Star Wars, there's definitely rules behind
Yeah.
it.
There's always rules.
What was your first Star Wars video game?
Episode 1 Racer.
Really?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got it with your Nintendo 64.
Yep.
I don't know if you played one of the earlier ones on PC.
I think the only one that I had played before that was TIE Fighter, but that was at a friend's house.
And that must have been after you got Nintendo 64.
You know what I mean.
Well, I'm just asking because TIE Fighter is older.
Yeah.
So, did you play it before or after?
Before.
Oh, so TIE Fighter's your first game.
Yeah, it's just I wouldn't really
You
consider
didn't
it my.
play it very much.
I didn't. I wouldn't consider it my first. Just like I said, I didn't play it all that much.
Yeah.
It was literally for 10, 15 minutes max. Because I was at a friend's house and I was still very much in a Christian, whatever you want to call it, upbringing. So it's like my friends were all very religious, so they were very strict about what type of video games you can play and how long you played them.
But TIE Fighter made the cut.
It made the cut for 15 minutes.
Oh, really? Did they just not know it was installed on their computer?
No, they knew it was on there, but I was only allowed to play it for a very short amount of time. And they're like, okay, you're done.
I see.
Okay, fine.
Clocking out for tonight. Have a good night on the rails. Thank you, Shadow. Have a good night.
Good night, Shadow. So there's goods factory down there.
Are we gonna go into it or?
I was figuring we could just
How about we stop here?
stop at some point and then we'll
Let's stop right here.
we'll just go down there.
Yeah.
Whee! Honk.
I don't suppose a shop is here.
I don't think there is one here. No, there is one. It's right there.
Check for keys. Hey, it's a beetle.
Look, a beetle. Ooh, golden shovel. Nice. They have a soldering gun.
There we go.
Oh my god, finally. Jesus. Been looking for that thing forever. Not seeing a key.
I mean,
Yeah,
soldering gun is worth it.
Yeah. That's the first time I've seen it. This game.
We've seen it before, we just ignored it.
There
Because
we
we
go.
didn't need it.
No. No, it wants money, obviously. There we go. Yeah! Now we can do silly stuff.
Nice.
Actually... Do I have... Yeah, I have tape. We can just tape that bracket down instead of drilling it in place.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
I see some spots where it could be, but...
Yeah. Like, there's some scrap stuff over here. But, yeah, I'm not seeing a demonstrator anywhere.
No. I think my first Star Wars game was Super Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. After that, would probably be X-Wing. Then TIE Fighter. Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Me neither.
Saw a truck. I'm like, is that one? No. Are you back yet?
No.
See an Optimus Prime truck.
Nice.
Well, kind of.
Kind of.
Now I'm a lot closer. Yeah, still looks vaguely like him.
Oh, that thing?
Yeah.
Well, that is way smaller.
Yeah.
It's a baby
But it
little
has
thing.
the, you know, the
Turbo intercooling!
yeah.
Has the
It looks
flat.
kind of like Optimus Prime a little bit.
It has a flat nose. It's
Yeah.
cab over.
And the back's flat here too.
Yeah. The term would be cab over. Cab
Cab
over
over.
engine. Yeah, for you to work on the engine, you gotta tilt the whole cab up.
Oh. Bad parking. Ah, I guess. Yeah, it's still.
It's a little crooked. It's not over the line. It's just really close.
No.
It's not like he's double parking.
No.
Alright. Detour is over.
Yep. Where's the next one?
Well... Because there's Oil Well North, but honestly it would be closer... I don't know how we would do this. It'd be closer if we, oops. if we cleared both of these and then respawned the demonstrator down there on that rail.
Hey, we could do that.
Yeah, because that would at least take us down to Oil Well North. Because it's either that,
Let's do that.
or we go back and we go to
Whoops.
Coal Mine East.
Good thing there's no fall damage.
Yeah, there isn't.
Let's do that then.
Okay. Bye-bye. Yeah, we just jump off. Whee!
I missed it.
Where are you?
Where are you?
Where are you?
Lost in this woods.
Oh, okay.
This sparse woods.
Alright.
I'm over on the rail now. I see you. You jumped over on the other side.
Hello.
Hello. Are we sliding backwards for you?
Yep.
Okay.
There we go.
Just making sure we weren't too synced.
Nope. Oh. I'm in neutral. There we go.
Because sometimes when you spawn in a train, it tends to freak out for me.
Yeah.
So do you have Wave Race?
Wave race?
64?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
You need to get Wave Race, if you're able to.
Okay.
That's a very, very fun racing game.
Guess I need to, I'm gonna need...
What?
I need money for that.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you know, you can make a list for the future. Alright, you also want to get Hydro Thunder.
Yeah, and Hydro Thunder is pretty rare from what I found out for Nintendo 64, and it's,
It was much more common on Dreamcast.
yeah, it's pretty expensive. Because it's like, I got Yoshi's Story, and it was, depending on where you looked at, it was anywhere between $20 to $30 based on
Now we're
condition. And then
Wave Race might be cheaper, because that's a very common game.
yeah, and then it's like Hydro Thunder is like $60+.
Yeah, you can pick it up for $15 to $20.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a very common game. It was a release title. It was very good.
Yeah.
Had some of the best water effects pretty much anyone had ever seen for a video game at that point.
Oh, what?
What?
Oh, we went the wrong way.
Oh.
I put us on the wrong track. Whoops.
Ugh. Add it to the list. The list of
I was just
past
like
sins.
looking at it, I'm just like, why does the scenery look like this? This isn't the right way. And I checked my map. No, it's wrong. Shut up, Daniel. I don't want to hear it.
What'd he say?
Darn it, Pascal.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
Guess that is the advantage of having a higher resolution monitor as my secondary monitor. I can have OBS, your stream, and my chat box open at the same time.
Past 2 hours felt like 30 minutes. Isn't this one job? Oh, we finished that job a bit ago.
Yeah, we
at
already
least half
finished
hour.
it. Apparently we're just driving in the wrong direction at this point.
Yeah. As I mentioned with other people, this is George. As I mentioned with other people, the new video games sometimes costing $80. It's not possible that some VTubers and streamers will crowdfund their own game.
So just go ahead and talk about it.
Huh? What? Talk about what?
I do actually have a throne.
Oh, I wasn't even bringing that up. Yeah, he's got one.
I originally wasn't planning on telling nobody about it.
Because add a bunch of Nintendo 64 games to it, I don't know. As in, donate money so I can play this new game for y'all. Oh, I see, yeah. When I first read that, I was thinking, oh, they're just gonna make their own games.
No, not like that. I mean, I'm sure some VTubers could very easily do that with the money they have, but no. I knew what he meant. He meant more along the lines of either donating games or donating money to get new games to play.
Some VTubers do that.
Yeah.
The smaller ones.
Yep. Speaking of which.
Yeah.
Definitely on the small side.
I'm on the road toward 100.
Yeah, you are.
Final stretch.
Oh God. I'm going a little fast there. Yeah, you're at 90, aren't you?
Yep.
Very nice. Uh-oh. That switch is going the wrong way.
Maybe we should stop.
Working on it.
I greatly appreciate everyone that's subscribed so far. Bring me to this point.
Me as well. Even though I don't stream very much. Oh, that was loud.
You're lining us up?
Yeah. So we don't go driving in the back of another parked train.
Yeah.
Also, is there a turntable here?
I recall seeing one.
Hmm.
Oh, where are we trying to go to next?
Trying to go to Oil Well North. Guess there really isn't a turntable here. Oh, I know. I can just I can go through this switch over here.
Yeah.
We'll head out facing the right direction.
We haven't delivered a job here in a long time.
No. It has been a minute.
I remember this used to be a fairly common one.
Yeah.
Things sure have changed.
That they have. I mean, we're going almost 25 episodes in.
Yeah, this is a long-running series.
Yeah, it is.
Started very, very close to when we first started.
Yeah, we did. Because I only did, what, 2? I think I only did like 2 or 3 solo streams. And then after that, I convinced you to play. I've been playing it ever since.
Hey, wait.
What?
Oh, never mind. I was about to say that's a garage, but it isn't.
No.
It's a service.
Yeah, it's just service.
I think I went 2 weeks before we started this.
Yeah. Yeah, because originally I wasn't even a VTuber. I was a PNG tuber.
Yeah, but we were just waiting for the models to be made.
Yeah, we were.
The PNGs were just temporary.
Yeah.
Oh, bringing up the B-Wing a little bit. In Star Citizen, there's a ship that's very similar to the B-Wing.
Is there?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a 2-seat cockpit. It's in the center of the ship instead of on one of the wings.
Yeah.
But the whole body section rotates like a B-Wing.
Nice.
And the seats in the cockpit rotate with it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Alright, we're here.
Nice. I don't recall DH4 as being this common.
I don't either.
I don't think there's anything here.
I don't think there is either. Hmm.
What's it be here? Oh, we're looking for demonstrators.
Yeah, we're trying to find demonstrators to bring back and restore. But the problem right now is just finding them.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's nothing.
No.
It's that funny machine that pumps oil out of the ground. I don't know what they're called.
Oil derrick?
Yeah.
Well, I say that. The oil derrick is the thing that's on the pole. It's got the girders that go up real tall
yeah.
that. That's an oil derrick. I mean, those are just pumps.
Oil pump.
Yeah, it's just the oil pumps. It pumps the crude oil out of the ground.
Well, shall we continue on our way then?
Yep. We'll just back out of here, because I don't think there's a... Let me check the station map. I don't think there's a... Oh, there is a loop. Okay.
Nice.
Stopped a little too soon. It's kind of crazy given how many more we have left over.
How hard they are? Fine.
Yeah.
There's also a possibility that we've just missed them too.
Kind of thinking that. So they're kind of getting close to running out of places to look.
Yeah.
Because probably from here we can go to the steel mill, the farm, and oil well central, And then can't remember what FRC is. We also didn't go to oil refinery. I don't know, I guess there's still some places we could look. I wouldn't be surprised if there's one at the refinery. That place is massive.
Yeah. I don't know if we checked there before either.
No, we've gone through there before. I don't think we've ever gone there to look for demonstrators, though.
No.
It's also the one time I had a big VTuber show up in chat.
Yeah. How's our gas?
Let's see. Oh, we're actually getting kind of low.
Because there's
We're
service
between-
right there.
We're between quarter and a half.
Should we service that right there?
Probably wouldn't hurt. We can back into there. Pump it up. Yeah, pretty much. It's just crazy how, you used to see a lot more of those oil pumps everywhere in Oklahoma, and nowadays you just don't see them anymore. Guess the oil's just all dried up.
Or contracts got messed with.
Yeah, that too. This honestly adds a really neat layer to the game. I really enjoyed the train and garage hunting. Yeah, originally they didn't have the demonstrators in here. This is something they added in pretty recently.
Oh, really?
They had the garage stuff before, but they didn't have as many locations.
I think you might need to back up more.
Yeah.
It pinged.
I heard it. There we go. There we go. All right.
Already?
All good to go.
I wish I could actually see you doing it.
Do what?
Like, hooking up the pump and everything.
Oh, yeah. Guessing it doesn't sync
Does-
any of that stuff.
Nope.
Oh.
I just see you kind of walk back and forth and saying, it's done.
Yeah. Regulators trying to bar local production in favor of foreign contracts? Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it's something like that. Because obviously Oklahoma oil was a very big thing back in the day. I mean, I'm sure it still is. It's just not where I'm at.
Yeah.
It's probably... I'm sure there's other places probably farther west, like West Oklahoma, that it's still pretty prominent. Just because it's less populated.
Yeah, that makes sense. So where are we off to now?
I think we'll go to the steel mill. Head off that way.
We went to the... Where were we just at?
Oil Well North. And then before
Okay, I
that, we
see.
went to Goods Factory.
Yeah.
So now we can head to the steel mill and either head out towards like the farm, or we can go out towards the oil refinery. Is your side of Oklahoma very windy as well? I mean, in general, Oklahoma is windy. Probably not as bad as like central and west Oklahoma, because those who aren't familiar with the topography of Oklahoma, like farther out west, very, very flat. I mean, tabletop basically. And the closer you get to Arkansas, it actually gets to be more hilly and mountainous. Because you start running into the beginnings of the Ozark Mountains there in West Arkansas.
Yeah.
And there's generally a lot more trees and foliage the farther east you go, whereas you go out towards west, it's on top of it being tabletop, there's very, very little foliage at all. So, yeah, that side of Oklahoma, it's very, very windy, just because there's no windbreak or anything out that way. There's no mountains or hills for the wind to run into, or trees or forests, so it can just whip up all the time. It can be very, very windy.
Fly a kite.
Or spawn very strong storms that have tornadoes in them.
That too.
Because most of the time, whenever you're seeing like storm chaser footage of tornadoes, that's normally where it is out in the middle of nowhere in Oklahoma, like southwest Oklahoma. Which I'm okay with, because that means that there's no people out there.
Yeah.
I'd much rather that stuff spin up in the middle of a field and nowhere than going through a populated area.
So what's the average tornado touchdown number in Oklahoma?
It varies from year to year. And then on top of that, it varies from place to place.
Oh yeah.
Because
I meant for a whole state. Like over the last maybe 10, 20 years.
I can look it up. Let's see. Monthly annual statistics for tornadoes in Oklahoma from 1950 to present day. Let's see.
Wow.
So, in total, in the whole history of Oklahoma, there has been 4,410 reported tornadoes since 1950 to today.
Wow.
Yep. And let's see. Oh wow, actually, last year was a very busy year. Last year there was 152 tornadoes in Oklahoma.
Yikes.
And there's been.
What's the worst year?
Let's see. That is the worst year.
Last year was the worst year in
Last
history?
year was the worst year.
Recorded history?
Yep.
Wow.
Cause let's see.
What's the second worst?
Looks like 2016. Oh no, hold on. What's that one? 145. Is that 99? Yeah, that was 99. Yeah, 99 was a bad year. Oh god. Uh-oh.
What?
I'm looking down and the switches are turned in.
Oh.
Okay, we're safe. Anyways, we're here. But, yeah. So 152 tornadoes last year, and then it looks like the second worst was 99 with 145.
Wow.
Yeah. 99 I definitely remember. I mean, if you lived in Oklahoma around that time, everybody remembers May 3rd. That was a very, very bad day.
There's a turntable here.
Yeah. Well, there's some pile of scrap. I'm not seeing anything.
They're usually close to a rail, right?
Usually, yeah. I was gonna ask about the Dust Bowl, but that was pre-tracking. Well, then on top of that, the Dust Bowl was not a tornado. The Dust Bowl was literally... So, what caused the Dust Bowl to happen was that nobody knew how to do crop rotations. So what would happen is that you would the farmers would grow one specific thing, like wheat or barley or whatever, and that's all they grew. And they kept doing it year after year after year, and then eventually the soil dried up to where it didn't have any nutrients in it, and pretty much no matter what you tried to plant there, it would not survive and it would die. And it got so bad and so scarce that to the point to where there was literally just fields all just everywhere. It just all turned to dust. There was no vegetation, no grass, no nothing. And since there wasn't anything to hold anything down, the wind would just whip up and it would just blow dust everywhere. That's how the Dust Bowl happened.
Yeah, and they were pulling up deep-rooted plants.
Yep.
Like trees and stuff too, to make room for
To
those
make room
fields.
for the fields, yep. And it was also the worst in central and west Oklahoma.
I'm not finding anything.
Me neither. Because I actually had family on my mother's side that lived here during that time. And I remember them telling stories about how bad things were back then. Because not only were you dealing with the Dust Bowl, but you're also dealing with the Great Depression at the same time. So it's like not only was everybody facing hardship because there was no jobs, there wasn't anything going on, there was no money, and then on top of that, you had the Dust Bowl going on during all that too. It's also why fountains and movie theaters became really, really popular back in that time too. Because it was not only a way to escape the heat, because most introduction to public air conditioning was actually movie theaters. That was one of the first places it showed up.
Yeah.
So people would go to the movie theater to get in the air conditioning, escape the heat, and then they would go to a local fountain and have a fountain drink. Because I mean, even though the 30s is pretty quote unquote later on for electricity, most people in Oklahoma didn't have electricity back then. At least in rural Oklahoma, anyway. If you're in the cities, you probably did. But most places outside of town didn't have it. Basically a giant sandstorm. I heard one of those dust storms reached Chicago. Yeah, it was not a good time. That's why a lot of people in Oklahoma actually just picked up and left, and they all went to California.
Huh.
Yeah, because that's actually what, my mind's drawing a blank. The TV show. What do you call it? Why am I drawing a blank on the TV show?
I'm not sure what show you're talking about.
Beverly Hillbillies.
Beverly Hillbillies?
Yeah.
I thought they're in Tennessee.
Oh, I thought they were from Oklahoma. Were they not? Am I crazy? Am I
One way
misremembering
to
things?
Find out. I'll look it up.
Okay.
Oh. Notch, Missouri.
Oh, okay. We were both wrong.
Yes.
We both don't know what we're talking about.
Nope.
But it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same thing. A lot of people in central U.S. packed up and moved west
Yeah.
for hopes of finding a better life elsewhere.
Welcome, Heavy Harris. This game is fun. Yes, it is. Right now we're looking for demonstrator train engines to restore, but we're having a hard time finding any.
Yeah, we are.
So we're just driving around at different stations in hopes to find another one.
While also talking about Oklahoma state history.
Yes.
Huh, I just heard the noise of something getting unplugged from Windows. What came unplugged?
It's your headset?
Probably my headset.
I was unaware there was multiplayer. This is using a mod. You can find it just by looking up Derail Valley multiplayer mod. I believe it's on Nexus mods at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, makes a multiplayer.
Yep.
You can support, I think, up to 8 people. Though I think 4 is, it's like comfort zone, 4 or less. It does have some issues, like desyncing, but overall it's pretty good.
Yeah.
We've been using it for 25 streams, so.
Not quite 25, but getting pretty close.
What are we at right now? 23? 24?
I think we're at 23.
Ah. Well, we've been using it for a while. It's worked very well.
Yeah.
For us. If you do have a desync issue, if you ever get a chance to try it, you just reconnect really quick, and it fixes it. Where are you going?
Well, this is the farm.
Oh.
Figured get out and look, see if there might be one here.
Welcome, Razorwind. Is this game co-op? It is with a mod. You just look up Derail Valley mod, or a multiplayer mod. And you could play with multiple people. It's not even like 2-player. It can support more than that. I'll also check that out. Is there some demo trains in cities? You start with a DE2, which is a small diesel train. And then you just earn money, and you can buy licenses for some steam locomotives and larger diesel.
Yeah.
Right now we're driving a diesel hydraulic.
I'm not saying anything here.
No, I actually recall us being here once before looking.
Okay.
I played Railroader. I definitely want to get this game. We intend to play Railroader eventually too, once we've completed pretty much all of our goals.
You guys have batteries now? I mean, I think the only way you would have found a battery back then was if it was in a car. People definitely ain't running electronics off of it back then. Batteries back then were very, very primitive. I mean, most cars weren't even they weren't 12 volt, they were 6 volt back then.
Batteries come a long way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and then
Even
some cars
even
don't.
your humble AA and AAA and all those have advanced quite a bit.
Yeah.
You just don't see it.
Yep.
But their performance is like double or triple now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure the Model T did have a battery in it. Pretty sure it did.
Did it?
It might. I know it didn't. I know it didn't have electric start. It had a hand crank start.
It did have a battery.
Yeah, I thought so because it had lights.
They also eventually did get electric starters.
Yeah.
1919.
Yeah, but I mean, by then they're almost on the way out.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
pretty
understand Model T did get one though.
Yeah. Because when did the Model A come out?
One way to find out.
1927.
Oh, okay.
Well, apparently there was another Model A that came before the Model T, and that was a 1-year run, or 2-year run, 1903 to 1904, but the one everybody remembers is 1927 through 1931. That's the most common known Model A.
Yeah.
Those had electric start on them. Well, they had electric start, and then they had a hand crank as like a backup, because obviously back then, electric's reliability were not the best. And also, Model Ts do not... they are very, very strange when compared to how do you drive a modern-day car would be. The controls are very, very different.
How so? Are we at a new location?
Yeah, we're at Oil Well Central, I think. I'm also not... I don't think there's going to be anything out here. I'm not seeing anything.
Should be on sale. Oh, you mean Railroader being on sale?
Is it?
I think it is on sale because they have the Steam sale going right now.
Oh, okay.
I need to pick that up for the future.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here.
No. Is there a shop?
No.
No. Definitely not. Also leather clutch material? Or...
Yep. They didn't have typical metal rod or main bearings for the engine. They actually used leather. And
Wow.
it's very common back in the day, obviously, since leather is not as durable as metal is. You would it's very common to have the bearings go out, and if you're in a pinch, you could literally drop the oil pan on it and just take your leather belt, cut it up into the shape of the bearing, and just use your belt to repair it. Put it back together.
That's kind of a funny idea.
Yeah.
Man, now they're just closing up cars so you can't do anything with them.
Yep. But Daniel was asking how the Model T operates. So the controls are very, very different. Like, the steering wheel obviously does what it's supposed to. It steers you left and right. But the foot pedals that are in it don't do what you think they do, along with the throttle and brake controls on it. Because like, the throttle is on the steering wheel. You can actually accelerate the engine from a handle that's on the steering wheel. There's also manual timing, advance, and retard on the steering wheel as well, if I remember correctly. And then... So Pascal, if you do a hand cam one day, it better be stealing a train IRL. I don't think you, I don't think you've ever ran into, so not only do train yards and trains in general have their own marshals, it's also protected by, Homeland Security. So, good luck with that. I mean, it'd probably be a lot easier to do it if it's a train just like in the middle of nowhere. You could probably get away with it for a little while, but I mean, somebody's gonna find out because it's not like cars or trucks or semis and stuff like that where it's pretty easy to get away with it. Because eventually you're somebody's gonna be wondering where a train is, and then you know they have timetables and stuff like that. I mean, people are gonna figure it out pretty quickly. People take them like 2 times a year. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It can happen, but it's just it's not like a carjacking. It's not like that. It's not like you can just I mean, you can in theory just get in one and take off with it, but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure train yards have security. Train yards do have security, and they have, depending on where you're at, they have some of the tightest security that I've ran into. Me and my brother have been ran off by them before.
Oh my.
Because they don't, well, so, I mean, obviously, my family has a history of liking trains, starting with my father, and then, of course, he, you know, gave it to us, being, you know, next of kin. He would take us down to the train yard, but things have changed a lot, obviously, since the 90s and 2000s, after 9/11.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, before, it wasn't that big a deal. You could literally just park your car on the side of the road and just watch the trains go by. Even if you're in the train yard, you could literally just post up somewhere, as long as you weren't in the way, as long as you weren't on the right of way, and you were safe, you know, it wasn't a big deal. And nowadays, it's like, you know, they've got a bunch of signs up. Some of them are completely gated off. They have marshals driving around all the time. They have Homeland Security driving around, depending on where you're at. Because at one point, my brother was doing, like, I wouldn't say professional photography, but I mean, he had like a nice camera and was taking pictures of trains and stuff like that at night.
You turn on the backlights.
But yeah, he got ran off multiple times for doing that. Because not only did they not like him being around where the train yard is at, they also did not like that he was taking pictures of stuff. So, what are you doing?
Turning on the backlights.
No, okay. That's not actually how you're supposed to do it, but okay.
How are you supposed to do it?
You're supposed to have these turned to where it's red.
Oh, I see.
So you can...
I like it the other way so I can see outside better.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter at this point. Because it's just us on here, but in general, the protocol is like you have the headlights on the front, and then you have a red light on the back.
Direction.
Yeah, you can tell what direction the train is going.
I just like having light in the back to...
Yeah.
Just for looking at things.
Yep. Just totally depends on how you, They don't even got a fence on the train yard here. Yeah, like I said,
Can we go faster?
Yeah, we're going uphill. We're going uphill, and I'm trying to read chat and keep up with chat.
Because I know we're losing energy there.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with T1 Trust?
Yes.
How do you feel about that? Razor is asking.
I mean, I love it. I like the idea that, you know, it sucks that it has to happen because nobody had the forethought of keeping a T1 around, you know, to keep it in preservation. At the time, Pennsylvania Railroad just scrapped all of them. So that part is unfortunate, but it's cool that there's a trust fund set up to where they're basically building a brand new steam locomotive using the blueprints for the T1. and then
Nice.
obviously giving it modern upgrades and stuff like that. So, very, very cool.
Nice.
And they also have stuff like that also in Great Britain. Britain is very, very big on their Steam heritage. I mean, to the point to where they actually have their well, I say that. At one point, the nationalized railroad over there, they had their own National Railway Museum that had all of their quote-unquote, like, famous steam locomotives in preservation, but
Yeah.
they've since privatized their railroads over there, so they're more like how they are here. But they still have the National Railway Museum. It's just part of the government. At least I think it is. I don't think it's privately owned. But they have a lot more projects over there. As far as I know, they have more projects over there as far as building new steam locomotives. For the very reason some of the model types didn't make it into preservation. They all got scrapped during diesel modernization, so they didn't keep them around. And there's places that have set up trust funds to set aside money so they can build steam locomotives and bring them back. It's very, very neat stuff. It just sucks because so much of the manufacturing part of it is no longer around, so it gets more and more expensive to try to do stuff like that.
Yeah, I imagine.
Yeah, it's not like it was back in the day where, you know...
Do we need to change the switch?
I don't think so. It should be
Okay.
a line to go through. And this is also, we're getting ready to go into the oil refinery, so this is a pretty big area.
Yeah.
Really hoping we find something here.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
Is there a
Oh
shop
wait,
here?
no, this is Forest Central. We gotta go past this to go to the oil refinery. I mean, we can stop here and check. I'd be really surprised if there's anything here, though.
I am definitely not seeing
Yeah,
anything that would even allude
I'd-
to it.
I'd be very surprised if there's something out here. It's a very small location.
Wait.
There is one.
Wait. Yeah. D2.
Yeah, the DE2's out here. Nice. There we go. Hell yeah.
Nice.
We finally found one.
Least likely area.
Yay!
Yeah.
Alrighty then. Guess, work on getting this thing re-railed. And we won't re-rail it behind this other steam locomotive.
No. Can you control which rail it goes onto?
Yeah.
Does that have to be nearby? Can we potentially put it over on the other one?
The farther away it is, the more expensive it gets, and then I think there's a
Oh.
limit as to how far you can do it.
Don't worry about it.
Well, actually, how far can you go with it? Oh. So, you can re-rail it, and it's basically infinite, but it maxes out at $10,000.
Eesh.
I didn't realize it
No.
was infinite. That's
We
interesting.
just move our other train over here.
I mean, we have the money.
Oh. You just plop it right next to the H4.
Yeah. I mean, unless you want to try to make it more realistic, and we just plop it on the rails over there and then drive over. Okay. I figured you wouldn't.
Just because we're near the end of stream, I would like to be able to get it back to the museum.
Oh yeah, true.
So we can start next next stream.
Yeah. Although we are... Yeah, I think if we go back to the city, where we would be going backwards. Yeah, so I think I'll put it on this end.
All right.
There we go. Ta-da!
If this game was more real, there would be a Starbucks here.
That too.
Welcome, Tony. It's where you can find a Starbucks in the woods some days. It's true, they are everywhere.
They really are.
Yes, we did find one in the dark.
That's the best way to find them.
The smallest one, too. What was that?
I said that's the best way to find them. Yet the U.S. has so many steam trains sitting in Skagway, Alaska for some reason. If that's what I'm thinking you're talking about, I think that was a railroad that it either never even got off the ground. Oh, I need to do the brakes on that one. Hold up. I need to do the...
You're not even hooked up.
Oh. What the hell happened? Is that a desync? Huh. Let me get a...
It usually doesn't do it for both of us, though.
I gotta shut that. There we go. Let me... get pulled back up to it.
I lived in California for close to 35 years of my life. I've never had a Starbucks.
What is going on?
Alright, stop.
There we go.
I'm inside the train.
Nice.
I actually can't get out.
Oh no. He's trapped.
Teleport out?
Nope, there you are.
I can teleport out. I teleported out. But I couldn't actually walk out.
Oh. It's also so close I can't get under. I can't get to it. There we go.
I'll do it.
I got it. There we go. Eh. Wait, what? Okay. It's being silly. Alright, we are hooked up now.
Yeah. I think we're both trying to hook stuff up.
Yeah. There we go.
There we go. Yeah.
Much better. Yeah, we for sure are gonna need the, Nope. Wrong way.
There we go.
Yep. No, it was the thing with the gold rush and the trains got left there. Yeah, I didn't get a chance to finish my statement after pulling the train apart. Yeah, because I think that was Yukon and White Pass or something like that. It went belly up. Yeah, everything just got left there because obviously it's in Alaska. Let's hope it's privately owned because otherwise the British government will likely melt all the trains to build rafts. No, I'm pretty sure it's still government owned. Difference is that since it's the birthplace of steam power, they look at steam locomotives in a totally different light than we did, because they
At
actually
least for now.
they held on to steam way past like America did. Most railways in the U.S. had already modernized in the 50s, and they outlawed steam locomotives in the UK, I think it was either 1968 or 1969. So they almost went into the 70s before it got banned over there.
Yeah. Yeah, diesel and electric trains are cool and all, but there's just something somehow more majestic about the steam ones.
Yeah. Being around them, they're totally different. I mean, for one, it's like the chuff of a steam locomotive, it's like it's breathing. It's like it's alive. Yeah. So it's like whenever they start moving and stuff, I mean, it just sounds like it's just, it's like chuff, 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 and then slowly starts getting faster and faster. It just sounds like somebody breathing and then getting ready to get going on a run.
Like
basically.
A runner.
Yeah. But it's this big, massive machine.
And the smoke coming out.
Yep. And all the running gear moving and all that.
Very intimidating.
It is. Because I've been, the Big Boy steam locomotive came through Oklahoma multiple times, and 2 different times I went out there to go look at it and chase it, like follow it along the railroad tracks and stuff. And it would have stop points where it would stop in different cities or towns, and you could go up and go look at it. And my God, that thing is humongous. It's massive. And that's also another case in point as far as heritage steam. As far as I know, the Big Boy is actually owned by the Union Pacific, because they're the ones that built it, or they're the ones that ran it on the railroads. They didn't build it themselves.
Yeah.
But they actually held on to it. Well, I say that. They held on to the 844. It's another steam locomotive that they have in their fleet. And that's actually the only steam locomotive in the US to not be retired. Whenever it actually entered service, whenever it was built, it never got taken out of service up until even today. It's actually still considered on their roster. But
nice.
They kept their steam. They had like their steam heritage program, so it's like they still have, as part of their company, they have a steam, like they have their location in Cheyenne, Wyoming, where they still have a roundhouse and they have a bunch of the old machine work to maintain and work on steam locomotives. And they had, at one point they had what? It's like they had the 844, they had the 3985, and then the big boy up there.
Oh, welcome, Silly Weather Goober.
But the other railroad companies had steam heritage programs, but they've all since stopped doing that. They've all kind of gone the way of what Daniel was thinking the British government would do. They just decided that it wasn't in their interest to do that, so they just stopped doing it. Because I'm pretty sure Norfolk Southern, they sold off their steam locomotives to be privately owned, and then same with well, of course Southern Pacific did, because Southern Pacific doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. But quick introduction, I'm Nova Crusader. This is Pascal Saucer, who I'm collabing with.
Hello.
We're playing
Welcome in.
Derail Valley. We tend to play some more modern games like Derail Valley here in Satisfactory, and a lot of older games as well. Pascal mainly plays Nintendo 64, and I like to focus on 16-bit era games, along with like DOS and other things like that too.
Yeah.
Welcome, Cheesecake.
Forgot how steep it is here.
Yeah. Gotta put more power into it.
Yeah. Wasn't that one of
Really?
your top 3 favorite trains? Yeah. Because you have like the Southern Pacific 4449, and then you have like Norfolk Southern number 611. Those are both very beautiful steam locomotives that are American. And of course you have Big Boy, and it's just massive, huge locomotive.
Yeah. I'm doing well. How are you doing, Cheesecake? I especially like the 16-bit era. Even I haven't played all those games. Yeah, there's quite a few, George. Because you don't just have Super Nintendo and Genesis either. I plan on trying to eventually stream like Turbo Graphics and other stuff.
Oh boy.
So where were we at again?
We're trying to get back to the museum, which is in City South.
About where are we at right now?
We're in between going like from the steel mill to I'm drawing a blank. What is CMS?
CMS. It's
Oh, you know what? We just went the wrong way.
nice.
Yeah, that switch was lined the wrong way.
Gameplay feels like GTA San Andreas mission. Currently, we're trying to get this engine demonstrator back to the museum to restore it.
Trying to. Doesn't help. Doesn't help when you have switches turned the wrong way and you go the wrong direction.
Add it to the list.
Oh my god, shut up. Wait, so do we need to go to the right? I'm trying to remember. Huh.
Are you lost?
I'm a little confused.
So yes, you're lost.
Maybe. That's just weird. Is there must be another switch and I'm not. We haven't gotten to it yet. That's why I'm getting confused. Because I was like, I'm pretty sure we need to go to the right, but I think we turned too early. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, we just turned too soon.
Nice.
Well, it also the switch was still thrown the wrong way. That didn't help either.
Yeah. Must be nice to be able to see an indicator on the map.
What map? What are you talking about?
The map of the rails.
The map of the rails? The rails of the map? The route map?
Yes.
Yeah, the problem is the route map doesn't tell me where I'm at.
I thought you can see where we're at because of my indicator.
We can, but the route map is not on the world map. It's two totally different maps.
Well, I'm talking about the world map.
Yeah, the world map I can see it, but there's no switches on it. Like I can see the switches on it, but I can't throw them.
Well, you can kind of guess where they are.
I mean, you can see where they're at on the world map, but you'd have to remember. You'd have to remember where the switches are in order to do it correctly on the route map. Because I've never been really good at reading this thing.
Oh, I see.
It's not what I would call intuitive.
Looks like it's starting to rain.
Yeah, it is.
Watch out for ghosts. They could be anywhere. Yeah, this game at night does kind of give off horror game vibes.
Yeah, especially if it's foggy and storming and night. Yeah, very much so. Look like your model's about to fall asleep.
Oh, mine?
Your eyes are so closed.
Oh. I had to take the camera down
Yeah.
today, and I don't know if it's positioned quite right. Might be why it's doing that.
Yeah. It looks like you're about to fall asleep, or you're just being really, really smug.
Maybe both.
Maybe both.
Yeah, the angle I think is off. I'll have to mess with it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking at it, I can tell it's off now.
Yeah. Actually, have we looked here before?
I don't know.
Could check here and see.
I'm not seeing anything so far.
Yeah. Haha! I have a flashlight.
Oh, lucky. I don't really have a flashlight, I just got this little baby light. An issue with the multiplayer mod is when you buy stuff, you don't keep it when you load back in.
Yeah, if you're not the host. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, I don't think anything's here.
I don't think so either.
Well, guess let's be on our way.
Okay. There you are.
I'm already in here.
Oh, I was trying to find the train.
Oh.
There we go.
So which station is this? That's CMS?
CMS. Trying to remember that. Coal mine south?
That sounds right, yeah.
Yeah. Huh, did it stop raining?
It looks like it, yeah.
Hmm,
I don't see any more drops coming down.
it didn't last very long.
No. That's a short little shower. What equipment do I have? Just most basics. I have a radio, world map, station map, route map, a wallet,
And that's it.
a vehicle catalog, and a compass. And if I buy any more, it all goes away.
Yep.
One of the downsides to the multiplayer mod.
Yep.
Oh. Forgot about this little hole. Actually, that's a pretty good view right here.
A little step down in the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why they don't have any lit tunnels. Or don't they? Oh, they don't really like them, do they?
No.
Yeah, I think so. I thought about it. Welcome, Arcanus the Wolf. Did you hear about the drain who quit his addiction? He got his life on track.
Aha!
Nah, sorry for that joke. That's fine.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Oh. This is it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're here.
happened to Choo Choo Charles? That was once a popular game.
It was very much game of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone was playing that.
Yeah, it was really, really popular. What, back in 2022, somewhere in there.
And 23.
Yeah. I know a lot of VTubers were playing it at the time. Had its big splash, and then that was it.
Often it happens.
Yep. I know the story of it is kind of left on a cliffhanger, like there should be more to it. So I get the feeling if they update the game, it'll probably make a comeback at some point.
Yeah.
It's just hard to say.
Speaking of indie games, Poppy Playtime has been silent over the last chapter. I don't really keep up with Poppy Playtime, but I do know it's popular with Vtubers and all.
Mm-hmm.
You are right, it has actually been kind of silent, even just from the streamer perspective.
Yeah. Because I know they've came out with newer chapters of it, but honestly, I haven't seen a whole lot of VTubers playing it. Or just streams of it in general. I am curious to try Railroader. I mean, we plan on playing it once we get through doing most of the stuff that's available in this game.
Yeah. Where's the light switch? Here it is.
Wait, are the lights not on yours?
I have to turn it on each time.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's on my end.
Oh. Last chapter, things went real haywire. Fast after the player visited the labs, someone came back looking real angry. They tried to kill him in the very first chapter. Let me know where I land up.
Okay, keep going. You still got a bit. This one goes on the very end, on the right.
Yeah. There you go.
Nope. One more. And stop. There we go.
Go and put it in, and we'll probably call it.
Oh yeah, we've gone over.
Yes.
That's fine.
Very nice.
Yippee!
Yippee.
One more demonstrator found. And we have the money to fix it.
Well, that went pretty well.
Yeah, it did. Got a little little monotonous trying to find the demonstrator, but we did find one eventually.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. We'll be calling it here.
Yeah.
Upcoming streams, I have Jurassic Park for Sega Genesis tomorrow on Tuesday. Wednesday, Pascal and I will be playing Satisfactory. Thursday, I do not stream, but Pascal, you do.
Yep. I will be continuing my playthrough of Star Wars Rogue Squadron. I did beat it last stream, but I'm going for completion at this point. I'm trying to unlock the 3 bonus levels on it, and that requires me to get certain medals to unlock those levels. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then Friday, I'll most likely be playing Star Citizen. Not set in stone, but it's likely. And Saturday, I'll be playing Tomb Raider 1. Or more of it, rather.
Yeah.
And we'll wrap up the week with God Eater Resurrection on Sunday. With Pascal and Hotskots Gaming.
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you for watching the stream. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll catch you all later. Goodbye.
Good night. Oto Saucer. Oto Nova. Bye-bye.
Hot Nova. Hot Saucer. Have some bird.